It says you are live. So, Cajun, Craps, hello there. Clay, hello. And I guess we'll just have more as we go. Welcome to Ken Knows Gambling. And this is Paycheck or Bust. And me and my buddy, I can never get my finger right. There you go. Me and my buddy Barney Fife are at your service for the next little bit. And so I'll go over again what we're trying to accomplish. We're doing something called the 31. Let me see if I can get this screen to do what I want it to do. What if I go there? Nah, let's go here. All right. So it's the 31. If anybody's been watching me, I've been taking this. It's a negative progression. It's all it is. I've had a lot of people go, well, can't you do this? Can't you do this? Wouldn't it be better to do this? Wouldn't it be better to do that? You can do anything you want to with it. I'm just taking it at face value, the 31, how it's designed, and I'm just running it through the gambit. Right now, as you can see, well, you can't see, when it says the 31 in 4 games multiple ways at the top, it ain't today. I've already done that. But I did pass line, don't pass. We won both of those. And then I did roulette. I did black and red. And then I did, I think, odd or even. I did both of those. So we're 4-0 on it right at the moment. I don't think it's ever got too scary yet. But here's a little caveat to this. Any of these things can get kicked at any second. Really and truly, most people watching, they want the magic pill, they want whatever, and they don't ever want to lose. Well, duh, none of us want to lose, but all of these things will get their butt kicked at the right moment. You just got to have some money management, bankroll, discipline, and all that good stuff. So let me get back to here. So that's so now I'm gonna try. I guess what I'm gonna try to do is probably player all the time. I'll share with you why I don't do banker all the time, although they say that's the best way to play. I call bullshit, but I'll tell you why. And then if I have time, if it don't take too long, I'm going to do same thing, but I'm going to do follow the shoe. See if we can win 2 more times. And then probably this weekend, I'm going to finish up with blackjack. I had a fella he says, boy, I'm really looking forward to see blackjack. How do you split, double down, and all that with just 31? Well, I've got ideas. And we'll share them with you when I do it next. All right, so let's go to here, and let me look and see what we got over here. Creepy Bushman, what's up? Yeah, I'm glad you could catch me live, man. Demon Dog, what's going on there, my brother? You know, yeah, I didn't know that. Was Don Knotts a Marine Corps drill instructor? Really? I think I knew that he was in the military, but I didn't know that he was actually a DI. Yeah, shit, man, I couldn't believe that either. That can you imagine Barney Fife as the drill instructor? That'd be just too funny. So anyway, let's see here. Let's hide that one. Boink. All right, let's see if we could get over to this table and we'll start this thing. There we go. So let me get over here. And as always, I'm gonna shuffle these things the best that I can. This is really a piece of crap. Everything I got is pieces of crap. You know, the little cheap plastic things, but you know what? It'll show you no impropriety. I'm trying to do this according to Hoyle here. Doing the best I can with it anyway, and that'll give people time to get on while I'm doing this crap. This one's a little bit slower, it looks like. Get on in there, you dirty dog. Yeah, sometimes I can get it right. Sometimes I can't. Let me get me a weight. Sometimes I'll get some weight in here so I can. Let me turn my screen around so I can see this. See everybody. All right. That'll be about right there. What do you say, Tito? You still doing the art stuff, man? All right, so the bankroll sit right here. This I can get rid of. That I can get rid of. Let's go ahead and burn 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we got our 31 already set up. You got 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 8, 8. It's a 9-step negative progression, but it's not like the martingale. If you did a 9-step martingale with hundreds, oh my God, you'd have to have the zillion dollars. So somebody asked me on the internet this morning or this afternoon, would I actually play this live? And I said, yeah, I'm not afraid of it. I wouldn't play it obviously at this level. I think you would start out at a lower level, like minimum 10, 15 bucks, as a unit. And then as you win money, you can go up. But I wouldn't necessarily be afraid of it. It's probably not my number one way to play, for sure. But anyway, all right. So we're going to do player all the time. Player all the time on this particular session here. And the reason why I don't do banker all the time, they say that banker has just a slight better house edge. It's with win, it's like percentage points, really low, the difference between banker and player. So they say by math, the best way to play is banker all the time. Well, it's got a 5% commission too. Every $100 you win, you got to give 5. So horse shit to the commission. I'd rather just play her all the time where there's no commission. The best way to play, in my opinion, is follow the shoe so you can catch the streaks. But if we have time tonight, we'll get to it too. But right now, player all the time. All right, so we're going to take one, throw it on player. Here we go. There's a 2. There's an 8. Doesn't matter. 8 overrides. That's a natural. So we're going to lose the player. We're going to come back out with our second player. I'm going to sit these sideways like that. There's a 5. There's a 1. Well, the 5 has to hit. 5 and 4 is 9. He has to hit because he's only got a 1. Boom. Player wins. All right. So, since the player wins, and we've already lost one, we got to go for 2 in a row. You got to get 2 in a row somewhere in here. You just have to. So that's the whole gig. There's a 6. He's going to stand. There's a 3. He's going to hit. Too bad. The player is going to win that one. There's 2 in a row for him. Okay, so now let's put the rack back. We are now up 2 units. Now, remember, on this show, it's $500 or bust. One or the other. If I was playing in real life, 200 might be enough. It just might be enough. Get up, get out. Hey, you had a good day. But this show is 500 or bust. So we're up 2. Let's come back. Player all the time. Okay, there's a 4 versus a 5. The 4 will hit. He still has a 4. When he has a 5, he will only hit on a 4, 5, 6, or 7 on that third card. Well, he didn't get that, so he's going to stop. He's still going to win 5 over 4. That's the advantage, I guess, that they're talking about. But it's so negligible, it damn sure ain't worth the 5% to me. Okay, there's a 1. That sort of sucks. There's an 8. Automatically over. We also know that if we were following the shoe right now, there's been a couple in a rows. So I think we'd be in good shape either way, except we lose that one. We'll go up to our third single. There's a 7. He'll stop. There's a 0. He's got a hit. 0. He's going to lose. So player wins. Okay. Now he's got to go for 2 in a row. There's a 2, 0. 2 is going to draw a 4. He's going to draw no matter what. So it's 6 versus 0. Another 0. Player wins again. There's our second 2 in a row. Like so. Got to put the rack back. Now we're up 100. When you double, or not double, but when you go for your second in a row and you're in the singles, it's not as impactful as if you were up in the 2s or 4s. It's just not. If we could get up to 2s or 4s and hit our second one, we'd be done. But we're just going to have to inch our way along. And that's okay too. Player all the time. Player all the time. There's a 1 versus a 5. 1's going to hit. Third card is a 6. When he has a 5, he will hit if this card is a 4, 5, 6, or 7. Well, it's a 6, so he has to hit that 5. And he does, but he loses anyway. 7 over 5. Okay, so you win that one. Now, I do not double on the very first one. To me, I won money. There's no reason for me to have to win twice on that. Some people, I think John, when he plays it, he'll do it no matter what. I won't because I won money. There's no reason for me to risk 2 units at this moment. None at all. We'll just take the profit. All we need is 1 more. It's going good at the moment, but it can turn just like that too. There's an 8 natural, but a 9. Banker naturaled us 1 better. So we're going to lose that one. Come back out with another single. That's too bad, man, when you get beat like that, I tell you. There's a 6. There's a 1. 6 is not going to hit. 8's going to hit. That's a 9. Banker's going to win again. Go to our third single. There's an 8 natural. 1. It's over. Player wins. Okay. Got to go for 2 in a row. This is really, too, if you want to call it the sucky part of this little 31 system, is you have to win 2 in a row. It ain't win 1, skip a 2 or 3, win 1, skip 2 or 3. You got to win 2 in a row. Let's see if we can do it. Not with zeros, we can't. There's a 5. 0 has to draw to a 4. 5 only draws on a 4, 5, 6, 7. So in the banker's case this time, because this is a 4, him having a 5, the third card is a 4, he has to hit. He can screw himself, even though he's winning now, but he has to draw. So what we want him to do is not beat the 4, but he's gonna. 8 over 4. All right. So we lost that one. Now we're into our first two. There's a natural 9, 7. This hand is over. Player's going to win. And so we got to hit that second in a row. This is the tricky part. There's a 4. There's a 6. When he has a 6, his third card has to be a 6 or 7 for him to hit. So he's got a 4. And he's got a 4. That's 8. He cannot hit. This has to be a 6 or 7. Okay, so by rule, game is over. Player wins. It's over. All right, so we win that 2. We win that 2. Let's put it all back. There's our second 2. There's our 1, 2, 3. Here's our profit. $700 on that one. So on this particular round, we get to eat some steak. So we're now 12 overall doing this show. I'm 12 and 3. This 31 is now 5 and 0. 5 and 0. We got, I think, to the first 2. So not too bad right there. All right. Let me look and see if anybody's saying anything to me, and we'll go ahead and do a follow the shoe. Okay, nobody said nothing to me. All right. Fine. Y'all be that way. How many people is watching anyway? This thing will never tell me what I want. Yeah, I got 23 of you. Oh, wow. That's cool. 23 of you. All right. So let's reset. Now let's go follow the shoe. I'm not going to reshuffle. We're going to just go right there in the middle of the deck. Follow the shoe. We've only burned up maybe a deck and a half, a deck out of 6 decks. So I don't need to reshuffle yet. I got up. Player 1 got up with his $700. Player 2 is going to come sit right there in the middle shoe, man. So now we're going to follow the shoe. The player just won that last one. So we're going to follow it. So here we go. New player, follow the shoe, same 31. There's a 7. There's a 4. He's going to stop. He's going to hit. Yeah, he's going to hit that 4. Boom. So player's going to win that one. Okay. So he wins there. I'm not going to do the double. I never do on the first one. You know why? Because it's a win. That's a profit right there. I could, and I know most people do, but I'm not. So here we go. Player 1, so we're going to stick with him. There's a 7. There's a 5. 7 stops, 5 hits. Boom. Player's going to win. Like so. Boom. Stick with player. Player has actually been pretty good run right at the moment between the two players. Players sort of on fire. And that's another reason. Remember, I was telling you, banker all the time. Banker all the time. This is what drives me freaking nuts, y'all. These math people that say, oh, yeah, the best way to play is like in craps. You got to play the cum bets with this because it's got a 0.1% lower house edge. Screw that. Use your head, man. Use your head. I haven't had to pay a nickel's worth. Look at $700 times 5%. That's 30, it's 35 fucking dollars. I don't have to. Player all the time. When you play Baccarat, whether you play the 31 or not, here's my tip of the day. Take it for what it's worth. Either play player all the time, excuse me, or follow the shoe. One or the other. Okay? There's a 7 versus a 7. That's a tie. That's a push. That's our first push of the shoe. There's a big fat 0. There's a 5. He has to hit 4. So he's got a 4, 5, 6, or 7. He has to hit. So right now it's like we were the last time. Let's see if he screws himself. He didn't. Banker's still going to win 5 over 4. Okay, so we lose that one. But now, follow the shoe. Now we're going to go to Banker. There's a 7. There's a 2. He'll stop. Boom. Banker loses. We'll go to our next single, but now we got to flip the player. There's an 8 versus 2. 8's a natural. Player's going to win. Now we got to win 2 in a row. There's a natural 9. This looks good so far. Bam, we hit it. Player hits his second in a row, natural 9. He wins the 2. We put our rack back. We're up to 3. Player still won. You see how streaky Baccarat can be? This is why I love doing a regression up and pull, follow the shoe. Baccarat can get so streaky, man. It's a great streak game. I love it. It's one of the best games in the house. It's better than, to me, it's better than crap. It just is. But anyway, that's just me. All right. There's an 8. That's an auto. There's a 1. Player's going to win again. How many is that in a row for that player? So we're going to win that one. But it's our first one. So I'm not going to go for 2. All I need is one more win, boys and girls. That's it. One more win. Let's see if we can get it right here. 2 versus a 6. 19. That's a 1. He only, when he has a 6, he will only hit if this one's a 6 or 7. So he's going to win. Banker's going to win that one, which is fine. Now we're going to come out with another single. We're going to switch to Banker. Follow the shoe. There's a 0. There's an 8 natural Banker. This one's over. So we win that one. Banker. Now we double it. Here we go. One more Banker, and we're in good shape. Uh-oh. 8 natural versus 0. It's over. Player won with the natural. So we lost that one. Now we got to go back to player on our third single. There's a natural 9 over here on the player versus a natural 8. So the player's going to win that one. Now let's stack it. Let's win one more time with the player. There's a natural 9. Got it. 9 over like 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 9 over 2. Give us 2. Like so. Let's put our rack together. There it is. Two different ways in a row. I never got past 2 on this particular series. Not that you can't burn it all. Please don't misunderstand me, because you can. There's 500. So we did player all the time. We hit $700. We did follow the shoe. We hit 500. We hit stake 2 times on the same show. So that's another one. So we're 13 and 3. We've only had to eat dog food 3 times, but we didn't have to eat it today. All right, let me come back over here. See what y'all's thoughts are. See if you want to talk about anything. I had my coffee, man. I'm sort of zipped up. Let's see here if nobody's talking. Tito, what about rules on hitting? The rules. Wait a minute. Tito, the rules are what I was doing. Okay. I think I even have a video somewhere in my library where I absolutely go over the rules. But that's why I talk the rules out as I'm dealing, because I want you to hear what the rule actually is. All the rules weren't covered tonight, but you heard me go, well, because of that, this has to hit because of this, because of that. I'm going over the rules as I dealt, but I hit it perfectly, I promise you. So try to maybe go find in my video, Tito, the rules. James, what do you got? Whoop, that ain't what I want. I want that one. In my view, this is one of the better negative progressions. It's a good one. Okay. It's good until it's not good. Right? Everything is good until it spanks your ass. Okay. I have beat that on computer. But I use a craps machine because it cheats. Now you're going to think I'm nuts, but I know it cheats. I mean, it just cheats. I'll give you, for example, let's say I'm just laying the 4-10. It'll go 4, 10, 4, 4, 10, right? Or if I'm doing inside, it'll 7, 7, 7. It cheats. Okay. So when I test out some kind of a little strategy, I always go to this craps thing that cheats. Therefore, if I can beat that damn thing because it cheats, I might have something. But make no mistake, this is a decent one, because if you only use, say, $15 units, 15, 15, 15, 30, 30, 45, or whatever, if you use 15s, I think it's only 400 something bucks. You don't have to do hundreds, 3,100. You can play it whatever you want to. Just play it that way. I would do it. I would do it at a lower. I wouldn't take 3,100, not in the beginning, like I told you. But I'm not afraid of this thing. It's now what, 4, 5. It's 6-0 right now, live. But make no mistake, it can get its ass tagged. You know. Well, it makes the 5%. It can only make the 5% on the banker. And so when I did win some of them bankers, that's what. Let me see if I can switch this real quick. Nah, that ain't what I want. Hold on. I think I can do it from here. This is what these numbers are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tie. Right here. Okay. You notice you're numbered as players. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These match. All right. So they have these little bitty ass tokens. Like so. Okay. Every time you win on the player. So this is number 4 right here. They'll put one there. That tells them that's a 5%. 5%. So when you get done, they'll total up all them little chips you got there and you owe them. All right. That's how most Baccarat is done. So when you're following the shoe, you're going to have some commissions, but nothing to write home about. Yeah, Tito, go back through. I don't know where it's at though, man. I got about 300 something videos. Or better yet, Tito, just Google it. Google the rules, and it'll put a spreadsheet out that sort of tells you the rules. I mean, Once you get it, you get it. But there's a couple in there that are sort of weird. Something called the 38 special. It gets weird, but just pull the thing on Google. You'll see it. What do you say, Michael Blocker? How are you? I'm doing well. Thank you for joining me. Oh man, DGE. How in the hell are you, buddy? Is this your first time on my show? I think it is, isn't it? What do you think of this little 31 series, man? And I'm sorry, DGE. I don't know your real name. Seems like it's Charlie, but I could be so screwy wrong, man. But I don't think I've seen you on mine before. But anyway, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know you're a big guy in the YouTube world, so thank you for joining me. Let's see here. Let's see. Cajun, you said the 31. Let me get this up. The 31's failed me multiple times on my craps game. I played it with field bets and line bets and got spanked more than I won. Well, yeah, craps. Craps is not. I'm telling you guys, y'all. I think I said this once before. I know there's a lot of people that just love craps. I like craps. I don't fucking love it. I like it. I can play it. I can win some money. But Baccarat, as boring as this shit is, if you play it correctly, I think you can win more money consistently doing other things other than craps. Because those dice, man, I don't know. But yeah, you're just proving, Cajun, you're just proving that anything can get spanked. Anything. So, I'm surprised it hadn't happened to me yet. But because I've won 6, let me get this back to here. Because I've won 6, all right, 5 to 700 each time, I've won over $3,100. So if the 7th spanks me, I didn't lose any of my 3,100. So it's just one of those that if you can win it several times, get your bankroll up. When it does go bad, it don't hurt you. It's just that's like any negative progression. Yeah, I'm getting over my cold a little bit. I still got some of it in me. I still got some rasp and my nose is I still got to blow my nose and all that. But boy, this hung out with me for days, man. I mean, I didn't work for 9 days. I stayed in bed. I stayed in bed for 9 days. It was bleh. But no, I'm feeling better. Thanks a lot on that. Yeah. So the 31, you say, okay, it works laying the 6 or 8 individually. The 31 is nothing more than it's a negative progression. You could play it damn sure with tiddlywinks, man. You know what I mean? It's just a betting system. That's all that it is. You can bet it 4, 10, 6, 8, Baccarat. I'm going to do blackjack. That's going to get a little nasty this weekend because of splits, doubles, and I'm going to give you options. There's going to be options to blackjack on this one, and there has to be. All right. So you guys tune in probably Saturday or Sunday, and then I'm gonna do this with blackjack. Let's see here. Is that it, y'all? All right. All right, all right, all right. So I guess that's it. I've been doing this now 34 minutes. Unlike some folks, I don't have to just keep going just because. Mike, thank you. I appreciate your sentiments there. How often how do I go to the casino? I'm sort of wishy-washy. There was a time I was going about every weekend for a while, and then it was like every other weekend. Now, the last time I went, I took my wife just to screw around. That was probably a month ago. So I've got to go to Tennessee and see my son here in a few weeks. So I've saved up all my nickels and dimes so I can fly to see him. I see my son about every 2 years. It's sad, but that's about it. And so, but come in the new year, and you guys put some pressure, especially you guys that live close to Biloxi. I know Waylon does. I'm trying, John does all these meetups, and I know he's doing craps for the cure. I got to get on there, by the way, and hit that bobblehead so I can hit it with a golf club. But what the hell was I going to say? Hell, I just lost my thought. That's part of getting old, man. I don't even know what the hell I was going to say. But once this year is over, Christmas is over, whatnot, you get back to normal routine. I got a couple trips, but put some pressure on John. I want to do a Biloxi trip down there with Waylon and whoever else lives down that way. I want Jen, Justice Jen. I want her to go. I want to meet her. I think we'd have a blast, especially with Waylon. I just love that cat. I don't know why. I just do. But, put pressure on John. Everything they do is Vegas and Seattle and out there. Come over to our neck of the woods, down here to the greatest state of all times, Texas. We'll have to go to Louisiana to go to the casino, but it's just right next door to the greatest state, Texas. So that's what I would really like to do. But I'll do more next year after everything settles down. What are you saying, Tito? You want to do the field? You know I hate the field. I would like to play the 31 on the field if they had a not field. Oh, not field. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the field. I never have been. I've seen it on so many different strategies get tore up. I just don't like the field. And dice, see, unlike this shoe, it has so many cards in it. And as cards are gone, things change in that shoe. I don't care what you say. You know what I mean? The shoe changes. That's why card counters in blackjack, all these cards are coming out. They know it's predominantly low or predominantly high because that shoe changes. Dice never change. Roll to roll to roll to roll. They never change. And so I think on dice, I just stick to the dark side. Stick to the dark side. Very simple, stuff that I do. And that's it. I don't get too crazy on craps. But anyway, let's see here. All right. Well, I'll try. I mean, I want to get just more than me going down. I mean, Waylon's offered to put me up if I just come down there. Me and him will go, and but I'm gonna get down there to Biloxi this coming year at some point, and I think as big as Casino Gaming TV is getting, and John is getting, and some of these others, I think it'd be a really good meetup. So for sure, if I can get those dates set, I will let you know. I promise you. Promise. What are you saying, James? Can you use the progression after a loss and call it 62? Do what now? Do the progression after a loss, also call it 62. What, just double it? I'm not really sure what you're asking, James. I mean, technically, you don't have to call it the 31. You could run that further if you wanted to. You could go 4, 4, 8, 8, 16, 60. I mean, you could run it. But really, why? If it's going bad on you in 9 and you can't really get there in 9, you really don't need to go any further. But now when I do blackjack this weekend, stay tuned, James, on the blackjack and how we're going to figure that one out. Believe me, I think it'll be interesting. Yeah, saving my nickels. All right, y'all. That's it. I'm just rambling now. I appreciate y'all. And this weekend I'll do blackjack. I guess that's it. Thank you, everybody. Me and there he is. Me and Barney Fife. We thank you. Y'all be great. See ya.